uvacha iti arjunam vasudevastadhoktva swakam rupam darshayamasa bhuyah ashvasayamasa cha bhitamenam bhutva punah saumya vapur mahatma. Now, after having requested by Arjuna, Krishna, he assumed the form of Narayana, and then he has again assumed the form of Krishna. Iti Arjunam Vasudeva tadha uktva. Vasudeva told Arjuna, "Oh Arjuna, don't be fearful. I'm going to show you my four-armed form and then the two-armed form." Tadha uktva, unto Arjuna, iti Arjunam, swakam rupam darshayamasa. He showed his own form. And bhuyah again, asvashayamasa cha bhitamenam, again to encourage the fearful Arjuna, bhitam ashvashayamasa, to encourage him, bhutva punaha saumya vapuhu bhutva punaha. He again assumed his original two-armed form. So, when Krishna appeared as the son of Vasudeva and Devaki, he first of all appeared as four-armed Narayana, just to show that this is not an ordinary person who is appearing. And Bhagavatam describes beautifully that appearance of the Lord in four arms. Tamadbhutam balakamambuje kshanam chaturbhujam shankha gadadyudayudham Srivatsalakshmam galashobhikaustubham Pitambaram sandrapayoda saubhagam Maharhavaidurya kirita kuntala Tvisha parishvakta sahasra kuntalam Uddama kanchi angada kankanadibhir Virochamanam Vasudeva Aikshata. So Vasudeva Aikshata, Vasudeva saw this Virochamanam, this beautifully decorated child that has appeared. Tam Adbhutam Balakam, that wonderful child, he appeared dazzling and wonderful with Ambujakshanam, with the eyes like the Ambuja, the lotuses, eyes resembling the lotuses. Chaturbhujam, he appeared with four hands, bearing Shankhagadadi Udayudham, a conch shell, a club, disc, and lotus, and different weapons, Udayudham. Srivatsa Lakshmam, he is decorated with Srivatsa mark on his chest. This is a special mark that is visible, a special type of hair called Srivatsa, which is visible only on the chest of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And Gala, on his neck, is a brilliant Kaustuba jewel. Gala Shobhi Kaustubham. And Pitambaram, his garments are yellowish. And his hue, his bodily complexion, is Sandra Payoda Shaubhagam. Payoda means it's like a cloud. It's a blackish cloud. Maharha Vaidurya Kirita Kundala. And he is decorated with helmet, earrings, and they were studded with Vaidurya gems. And Tvisha Parishvakta Sahasra Kuntalam. So his beauty is enhanced by this, the Kuntala, the scattered curly hair, fully grown hair. Uddama Kanchi Angada Kankana Adibihi. He was wearing a waist belt and armbands on his arms and bracelets on his wrists. In this way, Vasudeva saw Krishna so beautiful. So no ordinary child can be born like that. Only Krishna can do that. He is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is the most beautiful. So, but then Vasudeva and Devaki, they prayed, "Oh, please become like an ordinary child." He, therefore, to honor their request, he transformed himself into an ordinary child in appearance. But they were fearful. Oh, if they know, if Kamsa knows that you are Vishnu, he might come to kill you. So, of course, they know that Vishnu cannot be killed, Krishna cannot be killed. He's transcendental. But out of love, they were praying like that. So you see, Yogamaya covers the devotees in such a way that they forget that Krishna is actually God. So they will relate to Krishna as their son, sometimes as their friend, as their master, as their lover. So to exchange those rasas, the Yogamaya covers the knowledge that Krishna is God to enhance that sweet rasa between Lord and devotees. And there is another kind of Maya called Mahamaya. So two Mayas are there, Yoga Maya and Mahamaya. And our position as a living entity is to be under one of these Mayas. We can never be independent. It's just like a citizen of the state. He is either governed by the government or governed by the jailer in the jail. If he obeys the law of the state, he is governed by the government. Of course, ultimately, he is governed by the government, but he is under the rule of, the elected representatives. Otherwise, he has to be put in jail where he'll be under the rule of that jailer. So, likewise, we have to be always under one of these mayas. We can never be independent. But one maya is pleasurable, just like the free citizen is a happy citizen, but the one is jailed, he is an unhappy one. So if we are under Yoga Maya, we are happy. We are under Mahamaya, we are in distress. And Krishna knew Arjuna is not actually interested in seeing four-handed form. The four-armed form has the Lord Vishnu have four arms, have different purposes. The hands holding the lotus flower and conch shell are meant for the devotees, whereas the other two hands holding the disc and the club, chakra and gada, they are meant for the demons. And actually, all the Lord's arms are auspicious, whether they are holding conch shells or flowers or clubs or discs. Because the demons killed by Lord Vishnu's chakra and the club are elevated to the spiritual world, just like the devotees who are protected by the hands holding the lotus flower and conch shell. But of course, the demons who are elevated to the spiritual world are situated in the Brahman effulgence, whereas the devotees get entrance into the Vaikuntha planets. So that is a speciality. So each living entity has a particular relation with the Lord. The living entities in Vaikuntha, they want the relation with the Lord just like the relation between a king and a servant. Just like the servant wants to serve the king is majestic, king is opulent, king is the commander, king is the ultimate Lord. So, like that, they want to serve. If your mood is to serve the Lord like that, in majesty, awe, and venerance, opulence, then that mood is in Vaikuntha. That is how they serve Narayana there. Whereas the devotees of Vrindavan, Mathura, Dwaraka, Krishna's abodes, they want to see the Lord in two-handed forms. So Arjuna also is attracted to Krishna's two-handed form. He's not that interested to see the four-armed form. Like the gopis, one time they were looking for Krishna and they were searching everywhere. And Krishna, in one place, he manifested his Narayana form. And then they came and looked at Narayana and they said, "Oh, this is Narayana." And they worshipped him and went away. "Oh, this is not Krishna." So they were not that attracted to Narayana. Worship is meant for Narayana, but love especially is meant for Krishna. So here it is described the beautiful form of Krishna after he assumed the four-armed form. Bhutva punaha saumyavapuhu. He again assumed his original two-armed, most beautiful Saumyavapu. And Krishna's beauty, bodily beauty, is described in several scriptures. In Nectar of Devotion, for example, Rupa Goswami, he says like this: one devotee praised the bodily features of Krishna when he saw the Lord in his manifested personal feature. He exclaimed, "How wonderful is the personal feature of Lord Krishna! How his neck is just like a conch shell. His eyes are so beautiful, as though they themselves are encountering the beauty of a lotus flower. His body is just like the tamala tree, very blackish. His head is protected with a canopy of hair. There are the marks of Srivatsa on his chest, and he is holding his conch shell. By such beautiful bodily features, the enemy of the demon Madhu has appeared so pleasing that he can bestow upon me transcendental bliss simply by my seeing his transcendental qualities." So, actually, we usually compare different parts of the Lord's body to different material objects, like how this is compared to here by this devotee. But actually, that cannot be a complete comparison because we cannot understand how transcendental, how super excellent, how exalted are the bodily features of the Lord. So, just to give us a chance to understand by material comparison, some indication is given. Like Krishna's face is as beautiful as the moon. His thighs are powerful like the trunks of elephants. His arms are like the two pillars. His palms are expanded like lotus flowers. Like that. His chest is like a doorway. His hips are dense. And the middle of his body is a terrace. Like that. It's just to give an indication. But actually, one who can see the form of the Lord, he will forget this illusory beauty. One who is attracted by the beauty of Krishna is no more attracted by this illusory beauty of this world. And that can be seen, as Brahma Samhita confirms. Who can actually perceive the real beauty of Krishna? Who can actually see Krishna everywhere? Yam Shyama Sundaram Achintya Gunaswarupam Premanjana Churita Bhakti Vilochanena Santah Sadaiva Hrudayeshu Vilokayanti Yam Shyama Sundaram Achintya Gunaswarupam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Who can see this beautiful form of Krishna always? Premanjana Churita Bhakti Vilochanena. Our Lochana, our eyes has to be anointed with Prema Anjana Churita. Prema means love of Godhead. Then we can see. Ordinary eyes we cannot see. So it has to be trained. Just like you go to the mechanic, car mechanic, and there is a problem in the car. And the moment he opens this bonnet, he looks at the engine. Immediately he tells, oh, this is the wrong, this is the problem. But it seems like the same thing from outside. I'm also seeing, I cannot figure out the problem, but how he is able to figure out? Because he's trained, his eyes are trained. He can see exactly what he needs to see. If you have the training, you can see. So similarly, Prahlad Maharaj and Hiranyakashipu both were seeing this king's court having strong pillars, but Prahlad Maharaj was seeing Krishna everywhere. But Hiranyakashipu was only seeing matter. And Prahlad Maharaj said, yes, Krishna is everywhere. And Hiranyakashipu broke that pillar, and out came Krishna in the form of Narsimhadev. Krishna can come from anywhere because he is the conscious, he is the energetic, and everything is the energy. Just like you are driving the car. So car, your spread, your energy is spread throughout the car in the sense if somebody hits the car from behind, even slightly kisses, you will immediately see, isn't it? Oh, somebody hit the car. You immediately stop and come out of the door and look at it. Because the whole consciousness, you're pervading the entire car and you came out of the door. So the Lord, the whole creation is the Lord's car, the Lord's energy. He's driving it. He can perceive everything. He can see everywhere, all sides. He knows what is happening. And he can come out of the door. So he made that pillar as his door. He came out. So there's no difficulty for the Lord. So one who is intelligent, he sees the driver of the car. If the object itself is so beautiful, like we are dazzled by these smartphones, smart technology, smart things happening, smart constructions. But it is coming out of the beautiful mind of the creator, isn't it? The designer. So we often hail, oh, Steve Jobs, oh, what a wonderful person. Just imagine, without him, this whole suite of products wouldn't exist. The ones that people are enamored with, illusioned with, entangled with the beauty and the technology that it provides. But imagine how great that person who has invented that. And there are people like that who have invented so many wonderful things and continuing to do so. Without that spirit, soul, nothing beautiful can come. So, how beautiful that spirit soul, how intelligent, how wonderful that spirit soul must be. And how wonderful and how beautiful and how great that person from whom everything originates. So, this is the vision of an intelligent person, a Mahabhagavata. One who is trained in like this, he can eventually see Krishna everywhere. Bhagavatam further describes how Krishna, he is decorated every day and he goes to the cowherd pastures along with the cows and calves. When he was small, he was taking calves, and when he became a little older, he was taking cows along with his friends, and he would be decorated with, the peacock feathers, flowers, and his body would be painted with natural forest minerals. And his flute, he would be always playing beautiful, wonderful music. And he would call out these calves by names, and his cowherd boys would be chanting his glories, and they would be walking back, and these people would be looking at the beauty. And that is a great festival for all the eyes of the cowherd women. It is said, Gopi Drug Utsava Drishihi Pravivesha Goshtam. As Krishna was entering like this with his beautiful bodily features, with his cowherd boy singing his glories. And this picture is said to be the most beautiful picture, the feast for the eyes, the highest ever beauty one can ever see. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, if you are attracted to Krishna, if you chant the holy name of Krishna, then you are not no more troubled by Maya or attracted by Maya. He writes a song, beautiful song. Radha Krishna bol bol bolo re shobai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna bol bol bolo re shobai. Hey Siksha diya, sab na diya, phir che niche gaur nitai. So, Gaur Nitai, Gauranga Nityananda Prabhu, they are dancing through Nadia and they are giving these teachings. Radha Krishna bol bol, chant Radha Krishna everyone. This Hare Krishna mantra means chanting Radha Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And then they are saying, Miche Mayar Vashe Yacho Bheshe Khacho Habudububai. Miche Mayar Vashe means Mayar Vasha. You are caught in this. You are subjugated by Maya. You are you are caught in a whirlpool of this waves of Maya, just like you are thrown in an ocean and you are tossed around without any control. You don't have any choice of your own. You're just tossed around by these modes of material nature, thinking independent, thinking the enjoyer. In order to come out of that subjugation, chant Radha Krishna's name. And they say, जीव कृष्ण दास ए विश्वास कर ले तो আর দুঃখ নাই কৃষ্ণা বলবে যাবে পুলা কাহাবে ঝোর ভি আঁখি বলি তাই जीव कृष्ण दास ए विश्वास कर ले अगर ए विश्वास किया तो means if you understand if you have faith that जीव कृष्ण दास that you are eternal servant of Krishna, then you will have no more sorrows. Or dukkho nai, there is no more dukkha for you. Just like a person sleeping, he is seeing these horrible dreams, nightmares. He's suffering, he's in distress, he's about to get killed, he's being hunted down, and suddenly he wakes up from that nightmare, full of sweat, but full of relief, full of happiness from that relief. Oh, thank God that was a dream. My reality is different. So, likewise, when you come to the reality that you are the eternal servant of Krishna, nothing to do with this body and bodily miseries, it's like the dreamy existence. This life is a flash in the pan of eternity. Then you will have no more sorrows. जीव कृष्णदास ए विश्वास कर ले तो आर दुख नाय. And Krishna bolbe jebe pulaka habe jorbi anki bolitai. If you chant Krishna, chant Hare Krishna, your eyes will fill with tears and your body will feel transcendental shivering. This is the effect of chanting Hare Krishna eventually. Radha Krishna bolo, sange chalo, e matra bhikha chai, jai sakal bipod, bhakti vinod, bole jakon onam gai. Just just simply chant Radha Krishna and join us. Sange chalo. All you have to do is join us. We are chanting, we are propagating the holy names. Just join us. A matra bhikha chai. Bhiksha. Bhiksha chahta hu. A matra means only this much I am begging. Chant Radha Krishna. Everyone chant. Sakal bipod. Bole jakhon onam gai. All dangers will be gone when that holy name is chanted. Bhaktivinoda Thakur is saying. Bhaktivinoda. Stop here. Anyone has any questions or comments? Bhagavad Gita as it is ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Nitai Gaur Prem